Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's having a good holiday break, getting a little rest and relaxation in. And to aid in that, we have a special episode of The Big Shoe. It is me not getting a Kraken. I thought I did. I was pretty confused when it was over, and I actually had to watch the replay to see what happened, so you'll need to pay close attention to see if you can catch it for yourselves. It's quite stealth. I'll go ahead and put my commander up, but let me preface this with the fact that I'm currently messing around with the inspirations and I'm not settled on how I have it set up. And secondly, I'll say I'm not really going to do my extensive ship review. I am using air quotes around the word extensive, even though you can't see it, as I have a script pretty much written for that, but I want to save it for the actual Kraken video. So we're skipping all that. I think most people are pretty familiar with this ship anyway, and if not, hopefully I'll have it this coming week if the Kraken Lord allows it. The only thing that's certain is that my December highlights video will post this week, as I have already cut it and scheduled it on YouTube. And the second thing of certainty is that Wu-Tang is forever. You know what's always a bad sign? Look at the minimap. Look at all those spotter planes that are launched. That's our legendary fleet right there. Legendarily dumb. So let's recap how we started. Myself, a Wichita, and our destroyer spawned at C. Our destroyer's heading in, and our Wichita supporting him. I've posted up between C and B to catch anyone coming into C, like this Yamato. Pretty straightforward. Now, for some reason, our legendary ships abandoned their flanks, abandoned their spawn, abandoned their cruiser support, and just decide that they're going to lemming train down here. They don't even have destroyers to worry about. I mean, what the hell are they running from? But I don't want to focus on that. It's too easy to look, you can see me turning around right there to be like, is this really happening? Oh, God. But anyway, I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on how I react to it. So yeah, Red Yamato is here, and to deal with it, our team has a fleet of 7 ships. 7v1. I mean, the Yamato is a good ship, but it's not that good. And our 2 cruisers on the west, well, I don't know if that's smart or not. They didn't leave their spawn, which is admirable, but it's against overwhelming odds. And probably we would have been best to just kite away, but I mean, when I'm in a game and my teammates just straight up abandon me, I usually just push in and try something fancy knowing I'll die. Maybe I'll get a highlight out of it. Speaking of, mark your calendars as my December outtakes will post Thursday, chock full of me doing dumb things after my team abandons me. Or maybe it's just a bunch of dev strikes. Alright, our fleet has dropped anchor, content to blast away at this Yamato, and you'll notice I've backed up and turned to start heading towards, can anyone guess? I'm sorry, I can't hear your responses, but if you said B, give yourself a pat on the back. We go to B because B is where the action be. And on this godforsaken map, A is completely cut off from B and C. I really don't understand why people go heavy to the A side. I feel like it's just a trap. So on the way out, I'm going to try and nab this for ship number 1. But he's under so much constant fire, I actually don't get it. So, on to the next. While our legendary fleet goes on the 5-hour tour, I'm going to head in here and create a choke point. Maybe I'll cap. If I do, that's just gravy. But the primary thing is that I'm not just giving up ground. Positioning is everything in this game. That's why it's so maddening when a match starts and half your team just sits there. I don't know if they're making sandwiches or what, but just giving up ground is just a recipe for a loss. This is very much like chess. Sometimes you make sacrifices for the greater good. I'm not sure how many games I played today where I got very little damage, but just put myself into a position where the red team couldn't push forward and just wasted half their team trying to dig me out while the blue team runs around barely contested. So one of those armchair admirals has requested that people support me, and that's great. It's always great when people are making those decisions from the back line. And then another one's telling me to get back, and I say negative. I do not do that. And basically, what I hope you guys can see here is this choke point I'm creating. We know their team is flowing north, and they have two ways to try and dig me out from this position. Either in front or my back right. There are exactly 0 ways the red team can do much damage to me here. They have no destroyer. They have no access to my broadside. So if anybody wants some, they're going to have to be willing to take a very big risk. And that is what's going to happen. I am in the power position, and my lawyers say I can't complete that metaphor for legal reasons. But in summary, you are going to witness me wreck their team from right here. So someone tell me why I would get back. This goddamn Wichita. I already hit him hard once, and he's just sitting there blasting away, not a care in the world, broadside, because, I mean, let's be real. There are innocent civilians in that castle, and I'd be court-martialed if I tried to fire through it. So, we'll just jump to that broadside Mogami and see. Oh, if I'd gotten that one, then we would have gotten a Kraken. So the rest of my team is filing on to B because I guess they want to get some of those cap points too. I mean, of course they would. Why would anyone want to be anywhere other than the exact same spot as me? I mean, it's like a little bit of a celebrity crush, right? Let me get that. Look at this Oh, where do those shells even go? Oh, this goddamn Wichita. Anyway, I'm looking around. I know there's a Hipper and an Azuma coming around back. The Hipper has torpedoes, and torpedoes are like mushrooms. I don't like them, unless they're Michelin star or my own. Can we finally make this Wichita pay? Ugh. Look at that, and leaving him with a sliver of health too. Something else that could have been a Kraken.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
The Azuma. Oh, I'm not looking forward to trying to get a Kraken in that one. Azumas are like your annoying younger sibling. You're trying to make an impression on your crush, acting all cool, probably with a skateboard or whatever kids have now. Are there hoverboards? Is that a thing yet? Anyway, you're flipping your hair, being all, hey, sup? And your little siblings there shooting HE, being all, look at me, give me attention. If you don't, I'll tell mom. And you just want to say, you want attention? Fine.
The ship is on fire. Enemy cruiser foundered.
So after 150,000 damage, we finally get our first ship sunk. And that means things are going to start to happen fairly quickly now.
That was a great problem solved, sir.
Right, so they've got that Hipper who is kind of turning away for the time being. They've got a Yamato, they've got an Alaska, and they've got an Odin. And viewers of this channel, regular viewers of this channel, I should say, no. I hate Odins too. Not as much as a Wichita. It starts. My least favorite ship is the Udachi, and then right beneath it is the Wichita. And then right beneath that is the Odin. And then, well, maybe legendary ships are at the top. I don't know. It gets complicated. I didn't really think this through. I'm sorry. But this hipper has now decided it's time to serve up some gross, slimy mushrooms. And so we need to send that dish back to the kitchen ASAP.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Alright, that's 2. So now we just need to swing our guns around and give the what for to this Yamato in front of us. Everybody knows cool guys don't watch their shots. And that's 3. And now we're up to 183,000 damage. So now we just have this Odin and this Alaska to deal with. And you're thinking, okay, Jerk, you're on 3. So it's that secret yoink has got to be coming up soon. And you're correct. So here comes the case of the missing kill. I've analyzed it like the Zapruder tapes, and you can clearly see the Odin going back and to the left. Are we to believe there was a magic shell or a second shooter? I didn't hear anyone else shoot. Wait, freeze that. Zoom in and enhance. Okay. Here comes my shot. And oh, look, there's 3 shells from the edge of the screen. Watch this. Oh my gosh. Now that is a yoink.
Acknowledged.
So the saddest part here is I haven't even realized that I didn't get that kill yet. You're gonna see I'm gonna pull up this thing right here, and I'm like, wait, what? Where? I thought I had 4. Why does it say I only have 3? And yeah, I was quite puzzled and more than, more than a little frustrated. And so I end up just taking it out on this Alaska's turrets. If you don't know, the Alaska has a 32 millimeter bow, so I can't overmatch that with these guns, but the turrets are quite fragile. I have learned, and as such, I just keep focusing this Alaska's turrets. I eventually take one of them off until I secure this kill. Anyway, so this is going to wrap it up for this one. Man, so close, and and I know this was a little bit different than usual, not a Kraken, so like I said, we'll see how this video does, but we should be returning to our regularly scheduled format when the Kraken Lord decides it's time. So, let's check out the score. 3,871 XP. Pretty good for a battleship. Hit like if you needed evidence that not every game is a Kraken. Hit dislike if you're that one shell from the goddamn Wichita, like I did in another reason to hate them. Subscribe if you think you'd like to see more videos like this. I'll get back out there to try to get another one, and we'll talk soon.